Hi folks, welcome back to our channel. In today's battle report, the Orks battle against the squads. So I'm really excited about this battle report, especially as you don't see the old school squads, second edition Rogue Trader squads, so often in battle reports nowadays, and so I'm very excited for the upcoming battle, 1000 points. Marcus and I will present you our two armies in a minute. Okay, these are my 1000 points of squads. I just said my squads. To be honest, it's the army of Marcus. So both armies which you will see today are Marcus armies. And I'm very proud that I can use his precious squads.
Unfortunately, however, they are unpainted.
Mostly unpainted,
and
yeah.
You'll notice that many of them are missing arms, but because of the flood, the screed in several rooms of my cellar has been removed for the building to dry, and now the Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Fantasy stuff is spread across 5 rooms, boxes in moving boxes. I'm sure I've got all of these arms, but I couldn't find them at the moment.
Okay, I've included 3 characters in the army. In the middle and the front, it's the army commander, the warlord. Not shown in the model, but he's equipped with a jump pack and has a displacer field as well. On the left side, beside him is the battle standard. On the right side, the engineer guildmaster. Okay, then I have a Thunderer squad of 5 squads. 3 of them are equipped with heavy bolters as shown on the models, and 2 are equipped with missile launchers, so it's a heavy weapon squad for support. Furthermore, I have an close combat squad. They are equipped with, as you could think of, close combat weapons, bolt pistol, axes, swords, and one guy, this one with his raised hand, he has a power fist. Furthermore, I've got a second warrior squad behind. They have normal weapons and one of the guys has a missile launcher. And my last Thunderer squad is positioned here. It's some kind of special weapon squad. They are equipped with 3 melter guns as shown on the models. Plasma gun, sorry, here. 1 melter gun and 1 flamer.
And we've even got a Rogue Trader jump pack.
Yeah, as you can see.
Next to the army commander.
And we can put it, to the army commander. Okay. And last but not least, the squad armor is accompanied by 2 squad heavy weapon bikes. They are really tough because they're equipped with each one with a multi-melter, and so they got a little bit punch to the army to maybe kill some orc vehicles in the upcoming battle.
And if they are combined in a vehicle squadron, the first of them could remove ablative armor from, let's say, a Land Raider or stuff like that, and the second surely cripple the model.
Yeah. Okay. Then Marcus will present you his 1000 points of Orks.
So, and these are my 1000 points of Orks. Playing 1000 points of Orks is similar to playing 1000 points of Tyranids. Those of you who watched our tournament already know the army. It consists of a war boss with a power fist and a displacer. We've got a Gretchen standard using the Makari model next to it, or him. A Blood Axe captain with a melter gun. We've got a mechanic, or rather need a mechanic, because we've included a dreadnought. We've got a Runtard over there, and we've got a Pain Boy as well, the one with a pair of scissors. And we've got a mob of 20 Gretchen.
One of it is painted. Hooray!
Yeah. Let's completely focus on the one I painted around maybe 1998. Because I stopped around 2000, yeah. And imagine all the others looked like it. So, okay. And then we've got one mob of Blood Axe Commandos. One of them has got a flamer, let's say the first one, who raises his axe. And we've got two mobs of 3 Death Skulls. 3 of them with custom combi weapons, and the ones who lack arms, unfortunately. Let's say these are the 3 ones with heavy bolters. We've got a mob of 7 Bad Moons. One of them has got a melter gun, let's say the model with plasma gun. And we've got a dreadnought, of course, and a war bike and a war buggy. But no Psykers. Psyker would only be the warped, and Minders would be included in the 2000 point of our standard list, as well as Bad Moon Knobs in Mega Armor, Snakebites, Goth Scarboys, Gobsmasher, Wartrick, another Scorch and a Warbike. But maybe after I've painted the first 1000 points, you see them by the end of the year. Okay, and that's it for my 1000 points. Okay, we are back. Deployment has been completed. It's still our cheap Ice World Terra with a small crystal forest and a lost Imperial Bastion.
Okay, I think
that's
start
maybe
with
the entrance to a squad stronghold.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully the more squads are pouring from the hills. Okay, I think we start with the squad deployment because they have only a stretch rating of 2, so they have to deploy first. I forgot to mention we are using those black codex army lists for the squad army, of course, because they didn't receive proper codex in 2nd edition.
But I doesn't think it lacks anything.
Yeah. Okay, for the mission, the squads have hold the line, meaning that Marcus has to try to reach my deployment zone with a squad or an undamaged vehicle to gain, or I have to deny this in order to gain 5 victory points.
The other way around would have been really tough for you.
Yeah. Marcus, on the other hand, draw the assassins, meaning he gain victory points by killing my army commander. Okay, for deploying my Thunderer squad with the heavy weapons, meaning the 3 heavy bolters and the 2 missile launchers have been positioned in the hills in order to have a great view over the battlefield. Second warrior squad are below them with 1 missile launcher. The special weapon squad are in the center of the battlefield. Behind them the army commander with his jump pack, the warlord, and the battle standard right beside him. Behind the huge hill are the close combat warrior squad, the 2 attack bikes, the guildmaster, and I think I have forgotten to mention during my army presentation I also have 1 thud gun which can fire speculatively.
It's a terrible weapon, strength 5 and so on.
Strength 6 even, I think.
Okay.
And it can fire speculative, meaning
so it forces me to move out of
see
cover.
The enemy, and he can position the thud gun template, and in the next turn it shoots in this direction. Okay, this is my whole army. We already played our 2 strategy cards from each side. Marcus used his forced march in order to put his, I think they have to carry heavy bolters. Also not seen on the
3
models.
death skulls with heavy bolters, you're right.
They move into the bunker. And I played delayed on his custom combi weapon, so they have to move onto the battlefield in the Orks' first turn, thus unable to shoot their weapons because they are shoot or fire weapons.
Although there's one exception, because we use the normal battle zone, but our deployment zones are really...
We agreed that
Yeah,
to go
going-
to the edge of the table on both sides.
That's because we play Tyranids most of the time, and you wouldn't be able to...
Feed all those troops. Yeah.
Okay, so what have the green ones done? They are delayed, as you've already mentioned.
You mean the metal ones,
My
the gray ones.
the metallic ones. My mechanic is over there, far away from the dreadnought, but he also lacks because of 1000 points. It's a small level. The tools to repair damage, and I've got my 7 strong bed moon mob over there, including 1 special weapon. I've got the dreadnought over there next to the vehicle squadron of the buggy and the twin linked assault cannon armed bike. And we've got our mob of 20 Gretchen, accompanied by my army commander, the standard bearer, and the Runturd, as well as the Pain Boy. And Alex has left the room while I took pictures in order to prove where my mob of Blood Axe infiltrated, and a separate one,
Blood Axe.
the captain.
Yeah. We agreed on this because we thought it would be more surprising if the enemy commander don't know where infiltrators have been positioned.
Although, to be honest, there are many suitable places to be infiltrated.
Okay, I think we can roll off for the start of the battle.
Mhm.
As you're aware, the Orks gain...
They
for
double
their
their strategy rating.
So
We've got
they have
3.
6, and the squads have only 2, so I need a thick...
No,
I
I've
have
got
6.
6.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
so
I
I've
have
got
8.
1.
Oh, no.
No, I've got 6 as
Okay,
well.
the Orks can start the battle if they'd
So
like.
I'll go first, and we'll be back after my first
After
movement
the
round.
first one, I think. Okay.
Okay, that's the end of my first movement phase. Not to forget my 2 units of infiltrating troops. Both of them went on Overwatch, and they entered the battlefield, moved some inches towards the edge, but can't shoot. It's kind of courageous. They might be killed in the next turn, but if the squads don't succeed in killing them, I can shoot at them without any to-hit modifiers. I only have to roll for the range and the strength.
And the misfire. Don't forget the misfire.
And the misfire, maybe. Yeah, but maybe I'm lucky. Yeah, I dared. Okay. They ran towards the enemy's deployment zone. They remained where they were in order to be able to use their heavy bolters onto the enemies, especially the heavy weapons and the special weapons. They went on combat speed. My vehicle squadron, consisting of the buggy and the Ork warbike, with the twin-linked autocannon, and my dreadnought moved some 5 or 6 inches and will add his firepower to the advancing Ork force. Probably, if I'm lucky and the others succeed in killing them, I might be able to take some shots at the commander. And they just moved some 4 inches. As they've got bolt pistols, I might be out of range, but the plasma gun of my mechanic might succeed in hitting maybe the first one of the warriors. Okay, let's start from right to left from my point of view. I start with the 3 death skulls armed with heavy bolters. I've got a ballistic skill of 3, so I hit on force.
3 times.
And the way this one faces, because of the 90-degree arc of fire, he has to shoot the next squad, which is this one, on force. Yep, I hit. It's the same with the second one. 5, another hit. That's
And
really
the
great.
last one.
And the last one. I think it's the same.
Yeah.
So let's roll a third time. Oh,
Okay, so
this was really lucky. I've got 6 sustained fire dice.
okay for the first one. Oh,
4 hits. Second one,
7 hits in total.
7.
9 hits in total and 1 gem marker.
Yeah. Strength 5 versus toughness 4 is 3 plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
So 9 hits in total.
7, 8, 9.
2 on each.
Normally you have to nominate the one struck and can dispense your fire
Yeah, but
within
there's
4
a shot
inches.
with
Yeah.
3 guys, so you can just distribute. So 2 on each and on 1, 3.
Yeah.
On which do you want it? 3 times?
Let's say on the last one.
Okay, so 3 dice for this guy.
Yeah. Strength toughness 2 plus. Yeah. So he's probably dead
Oh,
because
3 plus.
it's 2
3 plus 5
Oh.
against 4. Okay, this one is dead. And 2 hits
and
on
it's
this guy.
minus 2 at least, and he's
Therefore,
only got
black
flag
armor,
armor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and this guy, 2
2 on
dice.
this one.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 on the next one. Yep.
I think completely wiped out. Okay, great start.
It was daring to deploy them like this.
Yeah, but not so daring because I think the Orks have a high probability to start the battle due to doubling their strategy rating. Okay,
But you can take your
that
revenge
was your heavy
with
weapons.
your heavy weapons on my custom commissioners.
Got your
Yeah.
2 bikes and your
Okay.
not.
So I think my army commander, my Ork war bike is trying to shoot your army commander. Don't have good chances because it's another one with
They have autocannons or twin-linked
twin-linked
Oh,
autocannons.
it's quite nice.
So if I misroll once, yeah, I need a 4.
Okay.
Oh, I'm lucky.
So 2 sustained fire dice because they're twin-linked.
Yeah.
Okay, 6
A
hits.
lucky start.
Strange 8.
Yeah,
So
I think
2
these
plus.
on 2 plus.
So
to
6
the
times.
First, 3, 4.
I think he's dead because they're causing many
Yeah,
wounds.
you've got a displacer.
Yeah, but 6 times.
And if he displaces off battlefield, it will take some time to come back.
Okay. So 5 hits. Okay, so 5 times my displacer field.
Yeah,
Because
minus
I
3.
think the armor isn't
Carapace might
able
be at
to-
the edge. Let's look it up, just to be sure.
Look at the weapons profile.
Okay,
Would it
it
also
says
be-
minus
No.
3.
It's only 4 plus armor save, so
Okay.
it would be 7 plus. So 5 times the
Displacer field.
displacer field. Oh,
Yeah, you're lucky.
saved all. Okay, incredible.
So you'll have to displace once d6.
Off battlefield. It's 3 inches.
Yeah.
Okay, this was quite lucky. He survived the autocannons.
Let's see
Because
if
they're
he
quite-
survives the other weapons. Okay. Now my war buggy is next. My war buggy is going to use its heavy plasma gun. And let's say, I think full energy.
Okay, 2 hit.
What's the difference? Low energy is D4 wounds, and I think you've got 3 wounds. The other one is D10. Oh, minus 2 and minus 6. So that's a difference. Yeah, it's maximum energy, of course. On to your army commander on force. No, it scatters. And probably hits and misfires, killing my dreadnought. That's a cool thing about Orks. 2 inches, so it's still touched. But this, your army commander, might be still in on a 4 plus. Yep. So, now we've got our strength 10,
Yeah, 2 plus
minus
to
60, 10.
wound. 2 plus to wound.
Yeah. Yep. And your
Mhm.
displacer,
Displacer.
otherwise D10 wounds.
No, okay.
No. So D10 wounds. Maybe I roll 1.
Okay.
No, it's 10. So, hooray! 5 points at least, or 6
Okay. I
for
think
the enemy
battle
army commander.
is ended.
No, but you still got all your heavy weapons. Now we've got the dreadnought, and I think
To recharge your plasma gun.
yeah, I think my dreadnought will try and target your heavy weapons. But at -2, even the dreadnought, it's a ballistic skill of 4. So normally I hit on 3. Because of hard cover, I only hit on 5s. Okay, on 5s, the heavy bolt is the first of the 3 heavy weapons to be fired. Heavy bolt on a 5. Yep. Okay, so I think it might hit.
But don't you have to hit the closest squad?
I'm not sure if I can see them. Okay. Yeah, let's say the one,
Okay,
the small ones below. I can see him. And here we go. 5.
3, 2, or
Yeah. 3 on the one in the open.
okay. Then shuffle 3 plus. Okay, and 2 on the missile launcher. Okay, that's as well.
Then my
Oh my god, they're dying in droves.
it's difficult to say. Yeah, okay, they are still in the open. So let's continue with these ones, and I'd say it's a missile launcher next, but this time it's not. Yeah, I added the -2 because I thought I'd be shooting these ones. Now it's simply on a 3. Yep. Strength toughness 2 plus. Yep. And the last cannon is last. I think this one, oh yeah, sees, let's say -1. Yep. Strength toughness. Yep. And now we've only got my mechanic left. My mechanic with his plasma gun onto the first, probably to hit. 4 should be okay. And now we need a sustain fire dice.
I think it's
Plasma.
7 plasma gun.
It's a jam. But that's okay. I've been really lucky with the sustain fire dice for the heavy bolters. Okay, that's the end of my first turn, as both armies lack a psyker. Could be, I think, quite a short game. Okay, let's see the brutal answer of the squads.
Yeah. Okay, that's the end of the first turn of the remains of the squad army. They're a little bit leaderless without their army commander, but nevertheless the 2 trikes have accelerated to combat speed and drove to the canyon and turned a little bit towards the enemy forces. The warrior squad went on overwatch as well as the guildmaster. The thud gun tried their indirect speculative fire and positioned a marker on this point. So if it survives the next turn, it can shoot at this direction. But Marcus has now time in his turn to move away if he wants to. But it's quite nice to dislocate enemy heavy weapons by placing a target marker nearby.
Or just getting enemy troops out of cover.
Yeah, my standard bearer ran 6 inches towards the rest of the right flank, whereas their weapons remained stationary in order to shoot. Yeah, and I think that was the end of my movement phase.
And they've got
And
great.
now on to the shooting. I think we start maybe with the heavy weapon bikes. Yeah, they will shoot at the bad moons. They have twin-link bolters with targeters. So they both try to hit. I think they've only a ballistic skill of 3, meaning 4 plus.
So with target it's 3 plus, -2, 4 plus, 5 plus.
So 5 plus 3
Yeah.
with the twin-link heavy bolters, so 1 hit.
1 hit. So 2 times strength toughness.
4 versus 4 is 4 plus the wound. Okay, 1 wound is caused.
One of them is dead. Or let's take covered one, because you roll the additional -2.
Then they have 2 mighty melters.
Mhm.
Yeah, with
And I think this one might as well target the next vehicle, which is my dreadnought, but I'm not sure because you've only got
Can't see
24
it.
inches.
I think it.
I think the line of sight
is
would be
but
okay, but
it's the
I'm not sure about the
hill
distance. Yeah.
between them. No, it doesn't make sense. I shoot at those guys 2 times. So no. Okay.
And we've got hit and misfire because it's a 1.5 or even a 2-inch template.
It's a 2-inch template. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll get one.
2.
Okay, where would you like to place it?
First.
The first.
On top, yeah.
So then there's at least this one.
Half covered on 4
Yeah,
plus.
but no, it's
No, it's not. Okay, then the second shot maybe on the same target.
hit and 4. So 4
So
back.
none is covered. Okay, that's the end of the bike shooting phase. Button has marked its target for next turn.
Just over
Those
there.
on Overwatch, so I've got only those to shoot.
Okay, and now I think he's already dropped. He's a coward. Pretends to be dead in order not to be shot by the 3 heavy bolters and the 2 missile launchers.
Maybe those 3 are watching in this direction.
Yeah. So we've got 2.
Heavy bolters and 1 missile launcher.
Okay, onto the
So 2
death
heavy
skulls.
bolters first. Do they have targeters? No.
I don't think so.
Okay. Then they will hit on the basic ballistic skill of
Does it say anything there?
all squad weapons come equipped with a target.
Okay, so it's on 3 plus.
So normally on 4 plus, on
Yeah.
3 plus. Okay, 2 times with heavy bolter on 3 plus, so both hit.
And
Meaning
4 dice.
3
Oh, I can remove them.
and 5
Yeah.
is 8 hits.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say 8, meaning 3 on the first one, 2 on this one, and 3 on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, meaning strength 5
Just
versus
2 plus.
toughness
Yeah.
4 is 3 plus to wound. So 2 wounds,
Yep.
1 wound,
It's already dropped.
and 2 wounds.
Yeah. So all of them.
Don't they have any armor saves?
No, not against
The
heavy
normal-
bolters. Heavy bolters are -2.
-2, okay.
And they might have flag. It's the utmost. Yeah. And now you've got 2 heavy weapons left, being a heavy bolter and a missile launcher, and you'll probably see my dreadnought or...
But I have to shoot at the closest. Can I choose between the
You can choose
vehicles
between-
or the dreadnought, or are they the same category? I think they're the same. They're both vehicles.
Okay.
Or what do you mean?
One might say that the vehicle squadron is closer or the same as a squad.
Okay, then I can shoot at the heavy weapons because it's
This-
the closest
Yeah,
squad.
these ones for sure. Yeah.
But I can shoot at the bikes because they're in the open, or I can shoot at the dreadnought because
Yeah.
it's a vehicle. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe I try to shoot with my missile launcher at the dreadnought and with my heavy bolter at the bikes.
Yeah. So let's do the dreadnought first.
Okay, 2 hit. No. And the missile launcher for the bikes. Yeah.
Yeah,
with
this one hit
target
for
down.
sure. Now I went more than 10, but with target it should be
That's
okay.
-1, it's okay.
So let's say 1, 2, 3 for the first one.
Okay, 2 hits are scored.
Yeah. Okay, then please roll 2 dice.
For the first
1, 2, 3 for the first.
I have to check your
The last one.
chart 5, 6.
Okay, I wanted to find out which of them they hit.
Oh, I think I hit
Okay.
the first one and
Both
to
on them.
check, yeah. 5 and 6.
So 5 and 6
location?
are both bike,
Okay.
but you might penetrate it because you've got, I think, D6 plus 5 plus D4, and I've only got an armor value of 10 from the front.
10. Okay. Then I will check the heavy bolter, d6 plus d4 plus 5. Then I remove this die for a minute. Okay. So it's 7 plus 5 is 12.
Yeah, you're through.
And the second one is 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 5 is 10.
Yeah, you're through as well.
Okay. Then
Only in case, because of the long range, if it's exactly, there's some -1 for shooting more, it's somewhat, but let's leave it out. Because I think it's not much more than 24 inches or 32, I'm not sure.
Then
We always played it the other way around back then.
Okay, then if you check in what happens on your
Yeah.
vehicle.
Oh, I think it's gone. Yeah. 3 controls damage, blah blah blah, and so on. Warbike's fuel catches fire, killing the rider. Flaming wreck hurls out of control next turn and then explodes, causing D3 strength 8. But I don't think it will either go straight ahead or over there or over there. So most of the time, yeah, it should be. Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, let's just roll. If I roll 1 or 2, you might say it might
Straight.
clip the edge and then
Straight
models
away,
with it.
so
Okay. Boom.
This one is still on combat speed. No, the marker, you can have the token because it's still on combat speed.
First losses.
Okay, that's the end of my shooting phase. Okay, I killed the 3 custom combat weapons and 1 bike and one orc.
Yeah.
But I think that won't be enough because Marcus still has his infiltrators.
Yeah. They might raise hell. Okay.
Okay, then we're back at the end of the movement phase of the second orc turn.
Okay, and that would be the end of my second movement phase. They just moved 4 inches in order for their bolt pistols to be fired upon the 2 squad heavy bikes, the multi-melter trikes. They just popped out their heads to use either their grenades or bolt pistols onto the assault squad of the squads. The dreadnought moved not 12 but only 6 inches towards cover, whereas they had to avoid the effects. Maybe they saw a kind of red light. What's that red light over there? And became suspicious to avoid the fire of the thud gun.
Orcs.
Yeah. And they leapt, the heavy weapons, heavy bolters leapt out of their cover. So I'm providing you with lots of targets, especially my war buggy, which is recharging and can't fire. But it would have been nonsense to have it over there. And then we've got your Overwatch fire of the assault squad, of the squads.
Bolt pistols. So those 2 are within 8 inch. So they get a +2 to hit modifier.
And we said this one is the one carrying the flamer.
So they have a basic of 3, meaning they will hit on 4+, on 2+.
Yeah, let's say
emerging
-1.
from cover, so -1, so hitting on 3s. Yeah, both hit.
1. Yeah.
Strength 4 versus toughness 4 is 4 plus 2 wounds, so 1 wound with the bolt pistol.
And if he doesn't roll a 6, he's dead. So flamer's gone.
And the other 3 will only hit because they don't really get the 2+ to hit modifier, so they will hit on 5s. No. And then my Guildmaster has a less pistol.
And I think the Guildmaster has got a special weapon as well.
And he has a ballistic skill of 5.
Being the Guildmaster, he probably has either... You can't see it because his arms are missing, but he's got either a plasma gun or melter gun or nothing. Okay.
No. But he has a ballistic 5 with a less pistol, meaning he will hit on 2+, so 3s to hit. Yeah, 1 hit. But wounding only on 5s. No. Okay, that was my Overwatch. And now Marcus is going to shoot with his forces.
Yeah. Okay. This one is recharging, as I've already mentioned.
Remove the recharge
Yeah.
marker.
And
remove the gem marker.
yeah. The others ran. So the first units who are shooting are
The Blood Axe commandos, the
Yeah.
Dreadnought, and the guys over there.
with bolt pistols. Let's do the Dreadnought first. Okay, the first squad the Dreadnought can see is the helmet, so it's at least -2. Yeah.
Okay.
The small one over there. Let's do the heavy bolter first. On 5s. Yep. This time I'm really lucky with hitting. Jam. But these two should be sufficient. Strength 5 versus toughness 4 are 3s. Yeah, both of them. So the last one of the normal squad is dead. So we've got an assault cannon and a missile launcher left. And I'll target the Thunderer squad this time. Less cannon to hit on 5s, no. And the missile launcher with crack on 5s, no. Because of the crack missile not using a blast marker, there's no reroll or scatter.
Okay, the Blood Axe commandos.
Okay, all of them have got bolt pistols. You've already killed the flamer, and if we are within, say this one, yes, and no for the others.
I think those two shoot maybe at this one because it's the closest target.
So normally you have to target the next squad and not a single character, but I'm not sure.
It's the closest target, so
they could see anyone
shoot him.
apart from him.
There's a battle standard.
So let's say the 6 hit.
Okay, Strength toughness 4s.
4 versus 4 is 4 plus. Yep, I did it.
And here's a carapace armor, meaning 4 plus.
Now it's a 5 plus.
It's a 5 plus armor save, otherwise he's dead. It's
Then-
a quite nice model from Marcus. I think it's looks like a Roman legionary with the banner pole, the eagle, and the.
Reminds me of King Arthur.
Okay, so those two have shot.
Yeah.
This one is dead, so 3 more. What do they have for ballistic skill?
Let's
3
say
or 4?
normally on 4s. No pluses. Okay, 3 hits. And they
Only
are,
on 4s?
yep, 2 of them. And you've got 2
Flag armor.
flag armor, probably -1.
They're dead. Okay. Then
And-
your not blood Axe, bad moons, and the mech boy.
This one will try his luck with his bolt pistol while his plasma gun is recharging onto them, but you've moved more than 10 inches, so it's -1. Let's just roll. No, that's not enough for sure.
But the gem marker is removed.
Yeah.
Recharge marker.
1, 2, 3, who might be within 8 inches. 1, 2, 3. So the first 3 will get +2. Normally they hit on 4s, so it's 3s, 2s, -1. So it's on 3s.
Okay, 3 times and 3. So 1 hit.
1 hit.
And the other 3
Then
guys
this one. And the other 3
hitting on
5s.
5s. Okay. So 1 hit in total.
On
So
the
you have
first
to know
one,
where to hit. That's
3.
the crew.
Okay. 1, 2, 3 is probably the driver. Yeah, I rolled a 1, so it's a driver. Strength toughness. No. So they're unarmed.
Okay.
I'm really lucky I killed so many of them in the first round.
Okay, this was your shooting phase, as there is no hand-to-hand combat yet and no psychic phase. It's the end of your second turn.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of my second turn of the squads. The Herben squad obviously remains stationary. They only turned a little bit in order to have all targets in their viewing field. The warrior squad, this guy ran 6 inches in order to comply the squad currency once more. The third guy remains stationary in order to shoot their that at the targeting point from the previous
I
turn.
hope it won't scatter.
Hopefully they miss at its scatters.
And the most important
And
move.
two heavy weapon bikes remain at combat speed and turn towards the dreadnought.
Well, I think you might get it this way, because two multimeters and from the
I
back.
have to hit first. Okay, I think we start with the thud gun. Okay, I have to hit as normal, so I have a ballistic skill of 3, meaning I will hit on a 4. Yes. Okay, now I've exactly hit the point. I have to
And
put
hold
the
the
first
first one.
template,
Yeah.
and
With
the
the
arrow
arrow
has to
Point.
point directly towards the thud gun.
Okay.
And from now on, I have to roll a
D12.
and then I've got 3 additional templates, and I have to watch where the...
And within moments, I'll have to say, congratulations, Alex, because you killed Dreadnought Army Commander at
Okay, let's see. Okay, it's a 3.
3. Oh, it's a nice one. Already clipping the first Gretchen. First vital Gretchen.
Okay, then where's my... here. Then the next dice roll, it's 4. So it's here.
You've practiced at home.
And the last one, it's 11. Okay, I would say this one is completely under the template, and those two are touched.
Yeah.
So on 4s, they're inside, so 1. So that those 2 guys. And they will receive a strength 6 hit.
Just 2 strength toughness. They don't have any armor saves versus strength 6 anyway.
Strength 6 hit, so 2 plus. So, 1 lucky Gretchen survives the thud gun shot. So, well, it was not so successful. 1 Gretchen killed.
Taking heavy losses. I need every one of them.
Unfortunately, it was not a painted one. That would be quite a horrendous.
This one was left behind.
It's incredibly lucky, like Makari. Okay, that was thud gun. Then let's continue with the 2 heavy weapon bikes. They will try to shoot at the dreadnought.
I think
They
they've
will
got
hit
targeters. So they should
targeters
hit on 3s.
Get an additional +1 for the distance.
Okay.
Within 12 inch.
So it's on 2s this time.
Okay, 1 hits. Where does it hit?
I'm really
1.
worried about the scattering one.
1?
No, it's a template.
Yeah, but the 1 has
2
hit
inch. Okay.
the location.
Yeah, but it's a template. So the first one is hit for sure, which legs. And then we have to roll the others on 4s. The others...
But I think let's do the armor penetration for the legs. As you mentioned, you have maybe appletives, so...
Yeah.
So it's D6 plus 2D12 plus 8. So it's 9 plus 8 is 15, plus 2 is 17 for the legs.
17. And legs, we've got... Yeah, 18.
Okay, then nothing happens. And the second one scatters.
No, we have to do the other allocations first, because you hit
sorry.
the legs, but the template would cover all of his locations. So on a roll of 4+,
Left arm?
you'll hit the left arm.
No.
No.
Right arm?
Right arm?
No.
And the body?
Body? No.
Okay, that's bad shooting.
So then again the scatter dice for the second shot who missed.
I hope it's hit and misfire.
Hit and
Yeah,
misfire?
it's hit and misfire. That's really great. Which one was it?
Just roll 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the first one.
Okay, so it's covered by the effects of its own fire. So both gun and driver.
Okay, 2+1 I would say, yeah. And the vehicle,
It's
I think that it's
It'll
only a
automatically,
10, so it's automatically penetrated. So I can roll for the damage chart. It's 3 bikes control the damage and making it difficult to control.
But
as
both have been killed, I'd leave it there because it might go out of control and cause great damage if it hits my dreadnought. Or maybe the army commander and explodes. Maybe with a 3-inch blast marker and strengths somewhat.
Yeah, but it was really disastrous.
It was bad. Yeah. 2 multi-melters at this range.
Didn't hit, and even down penetrated with 2 d12s plus 8 plus d6. Yeah, okay.
And I think these two remained where they were. This one ran in order to get the squad currency, but the others might use their bolt pistols.
Should I take blood X, maybe?
2 hits.
Okay. So, wounding on 4s? No. Okay, then I've only left my 5 weapon guys over there. So,
I think they have to
first
target this one.
At this.
Yeah.
Hit. Hits.
2 sus and 5 dice. 4 hits.
Now they are distributed maybe between the crew and the vehicle. I roll for the locations 4 times.
1, 2, 3 is crew, so 2 crew hits and 2 war buggy hits.
Okay, for the crew, strength 5 versus toughness 4 is 3 to wound, so both.
1, 2, 3, both of the.
And for the vehicle, it's for armor value hazard.
It's 10.
Okay, it's again
d6 plus d4
plus 6 plus 5. So it's 6 plus 5. 6 plus 5. Okay, though it's 9. And the second, yeah.
So you can remove it. I don't think it will do any harm. Yeah.
Okay, that was the first heavy bolter.
And then you've got 1 missile launcher left and 1 heavy bolter, I think.
2 heavy bolters left.
And 2 heavy bolters, okay.
Like the 2 heavy bolters will target this unit. Yeah. Both hit. So 5. And 3 is 8 hits.
On 2s. On 3s. Yeah, on
Okay,
3s.
2 on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe they should have remained where they were, because maybe 1 would have been hit by the third gun. Okay, they have the 2 missile launchers. They try to shoot at the dreadnought. Also, they receive a -1. You told me last time, so they will hit on. Normally, they will hit on 4s, target 3s, cover 4s. So 1 hit. Legs
so
again.
Locations 1 legs. It's 18.
The missile launcher.
And you've got d10 plus d6 plus.
d10 plus d6 plus 8. So it's 12.
Oh, that's not enough. Because we need 18.
Okay. That's the end of my second turn. Yeah, I really killed a lot of weapons now, but it was awful shooting, especially with the bikes, and I think now the Blood Axe will turn and throw some credits on the remaining bike or the bad moons and let's
finish
see what
them
happens.
off.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll do my best. Okay, what's happened so far? They've moved the 4 inches, rather leapt down towards the remaining undamaged squad heavy bike or trike, the multi-melter, and even he moved his 4 inches in order to use his fully recharged plasma gun once more. The dreadnought moved 6 inches and the others ran, or most of them, even their 8 inches, neglecting the threat of the remaining 3 heavy bolters and the 2 less cannons or missile launchers. And they moved a little forwards in order to gain the 2+ bonus for using their bolt pistols. And my Blood Axe captain still remains hidden. Okay, let's do some shooting from left let's say from left to right. We've got him first with his plasma gun onto this attack bike. 2 won't be enough, even with a +1 maybe for short range. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 normally hitting on 4s. So 3 plus 2 plus because of short range.
Bolt pistols.
Yeah, bolt pistols.
Okay, 4 hits. And where do you hit? 1, 2, 3 is crew.
I think we...
Oh, it's only 10, so
Okay.
d6 plus 4, so
From behind.
each 6 means we've penetrated the armor, yeah? So can you roll for the crew as well? Okay, it's maybe you roll for the bike damage table first with 1 die. The bike's twin bolters are destroyed. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not so.
And the crew was already killed, or one of them. So which one of them, 1, 2, 3, is?
Okay, 1 crew member is killed. But I can switch positions, but 1 is killed. Let's place a sky token. Okay.
Okay, this one
This
will
shooting.
go out of control
This is
on
out
your
of control in
turn.
my turn.
And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bolt pistols hitting on
2s maybe, no.
onto the assault squads.
Okay, 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. So 2 more dead. Okay.
That would have been interesting to see them fight each other.
Maybe one is able to touch her.
And your guildmaster.
Yeah.
I think it's a character not to be underestimated.
Yeah, but it's not the army commander.
But probably weapon skill much more than the regular Blood Axe.
Okay. Then your dreadnought maybe.
My dreadnought will try his luck on the heavy weapons, the Thunderer squad. The heavy bolters, or the heavy bolter is jammed, so let's do the less cannon on a 5. No. And the missile launcher crack. Yeah, this one did it. Strength toughness 2 plus. Yep.
So let's maybe randomize 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And reroll on 6. Okay,
no,
it's
you shot.
reroll. It's reroll.
Okay, once more 6, then the shots went off the battlefield.
Okay, so
Okay,
3, the one in the middle.
Down.
But no break test.
Okay, that's the end of your shooting phase.
And on we go with your, or we'll be back after your 3rd movement phase.
Okay, so that's the end of my 3rd movement phase. In fact, I don't have so many units to move anymore, but my 4 heavy weapons remain stationary in order to shoot maybe one last time upon the enemy, as well as the third gun, who will now try to shoot direct fire. The Guildmaster and the remaining member of the warrior squad charged the Blood Axe commandos, and I switched positions that I can one last time shoot with a mighty melter against the dreadnought, and then the bike moves out of control because the driver was killed in the previous turn by the Orks.
I think this way you might deny me the victory points for Hold the Line.
Let's see. Okay, let's start shooting with the attack bike. It hits.
Yeah,
And
that's enough.
where does it hit?
First location. 5 is body.
Okay, once again, 2d6 plus 8 plus d6. So it's
No, it's much more.
5
And
plus 3 is
no,
8
that's
plus 8 is 16 plus... Oh, 16 plus
The
8,
mighty
24.
melter is 2d12.
24.
Okay, yeah. So you're through, of course.
But I think...
And this was only the first location.
Appetitive is spent.
I think we spent ablative
No,
last time.
no.
Okay. So, okay, this time it's gone.
Okay. So this was the last shooting.
And no, the other location's on 4 plus. This was the body.
Yeah, but I think we played it always this way, that if you hit with a blast marker, then
Okay, you're right.
the appetitive is... maybe you can comment the video. So we in our group played it always this way, that if you hit with a blast marker and penetrated the armor once, so with that its ablative is covered completely.
It covers the whole body of.
But maybe
the
you
tank.
you can argue that you roll for each individual location, and only the first penetrated hit is saved by ablative armor. But maybe you can comment below the video how you play this. But in we played it always this way that now the ablative is spent and no further harm is caused by the multimeter. Okay, now it's out of control. Shall I remove it immediately or?
It might still
Maybe
hit
1, 2,
3d6.
3, 4. So okay, straight away. So 7 inches. Oh, maybe you can even shoot next time once more. Because it's not crashed into the valley. Okay. So this was this shooting. This is close combat. The third gun will shoot at the closest enemy squad, meaning this guy. So I have first to roll if it hits. No. So it will scatter. Hit and misfire.
Oh, that's bad.
So it's a strange fix hit, and the shotgun
got an armor
itself
value of
has an armor
10.
value of 10. So strange 6 means
It's
d6
plus
plus 6
6
plus
plus D for the amount of wounds caused.
just okay,
Probably
six
similar
is-
to heavy
is
bolter.
destroyed.
Yeah.
Let's remove the shotgun. It is obliterated itself. Okay, now on to the. But nevertheless, it was not so unsuccessful.
86
So
plus
it
6.
killed only
Yeah.
one Gretchen, but it forced the 3 heavy bolters to march into the open,
Yeah.
thus killing them by the weapon. So it was not so bad.
The shotgun is a great weapon, but
Yeah.
I think you will even gain a second one in our standard 2000 points list,
Yeah.
together with the rapier laser destroyer
Yeah.
and the attack bike squad and the ancestor lord.
Okay,
Okay.
so 3 heavy bolters left, targeting the Gretchens as closest
Oh my god. Yeah. All of them are going to hit on 3s.
on 3s. Yeah. So none.
That wasn't
And
bad.
the missile launcher, I think it tries a frag grenade. Yeah. So maybe those 2.
They're fully inside.
Okay,
4 versus 4. 4 versus 3. It's 3 plus.
so 1.
1 is dead.
But maybe, do they have a flag armor? I think against blast marker, maybe,
Let's just
maybe
roll a
it
6.
can have a
If it
6
isn't a
up
6.
armor save, yeah.
It's a 6, so I.
If it has flag armor, I don't know.
Gretchens, yeah, flag armor. And flag is, yeah.
Oh, but frag has -1 save modifier.
Yeah. And flag armor is 6 plus, but 5 plus against.
Yeah, so it's safe.
Blast
So we
markers.
can put
Yeah.
it again back to his boot.
The mighty Gretchen force.
So
Never
it
to
was
be underestimated.
a very successful shooting.
Yeah.
None of the revolver hits.
3 heavy weapons, that's bad.
Okay, then the first time in the game with 2 close combats. And the first one is the normal warrior, which has a sword and a bolt pistol.
My commanders have got bolt pistols and swords and axes. So I'll use bolt pistol and sword, of course, in order to
Me
gain
too.
a parry.
Me too.
I've got a weapon skill of 4,
Me too.
strength only 3, toughness 4, 1
No,
wood.
use the bolt pistol, it's strength
Yeah.
4.
Okay,
And the first one? Okay.
but you've charged. Okay, I've got
Plus you want to comment.
6 and 4 is 10.
Okay, I've got 7, charging 8, so 2 hits. 2 times
Bolt
only 1
pistols.
force.
Yep.
Yeah. So, first one is that. Then the Guildmaster, he has 2 basic attacks and he fights his Power Fist and Sword.
Okay.
I'm gaining 1 additional attack dice. And he has a weapon skill of 6, which is quite potent. So it's 4 plus 6 is 10, charging 11.
Can you parry?
Yeah.
So can I, but it be useless because every time I force you to re-roll, you roll a 6 instead of a 5. Okay, I've got 8.
Okay, I've got 11, so
3 hits,
is the power
fist,
meaning
and
2
twos.
plus. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Then I think they made both maybe a follow-up
Yeah.
of each other. This one is dead. Okay, and I think that's the end of my
Third
turn. Almost everything is killed except the 4 weapons, the out of control strike, and the guildmaster. Okay, we're back at the next turn.
So that's the end of my 4th movement phase. We agreed on the 4th round being the last one of the game. So they charged towards the enemy's deployment zone in order to get out of the sight of the enemy heavy weapons. One of them, because of dispersed formation, I think one of them would have at least have been able to reach the close combat, whereas the other 2 faltered. And the main force, including the army commander, standard bearer, Runtard, the single painted, expertly pro-painted Gretchen, and so on towards the enemy deployment zone. And my dreadnought only moved 6 inches in order to fire some last shots, especially his heavy bolter.
Once more. Okay.
Let's start with this one. Okay, the heavy bolter on 5s. Yep, that's great. We've got 1, 2. 4 hits.
2.
Yeah, I can't see any squad coherency. Let's say 2, 2. Okay, 2 on the first one. 5 versus somewhat is 3 plus. Yeah. And the second one. Yep, it's gone as well. Then we've got less cannon left on 5. No. And a missile launcher left on 5 as well. No. But this time you'll have to take a break test. Although it's on 9 or 10. I think you've got 9, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've got 9.
So they'll hide. Yeah. And won't shoot back.
Then with the close combat, I think. So one of your guys...
I'll start with the one who's already engaged in close combat.
So I've got 11.
I've got 10. You've got 1 hit with your power fist, which should suffice. Yeah. And
the second one charge, so he gains +1 for the combat result and +1 for second attacker. Okay, I've got 11 again. Oh, that's nice.
He's dead for sure.
12, 13.
I'll remove this one.
Hey, Guildmaster, follow up. Also armless. He proved quite
I think
quite potent in close combat.
He'll become the stuff of legends. Lots of beer songs will be sung.
Yeah, he has to.
He's the last one. Some of the last one. He might leap back.
Yeah, of course, he has to write a few entries in the book of dodges.
and they might leave or retreat through the cave and tell the story of the mighty engineer guildmaster.
Call their brethren. Now they have lured the orcs into my deployment zone.
Yeah, maybe it's the trap in the next game.
Okay, then I think we're back at my last round. Okay guys, the last round of the game. My 2 Thunderers managed to pass leadership test. At the end of my turn, I just rolled to check if they rally successfully, so at least 2 squads survived the battle. The out of control bike moved in this direction and is able to shoot in a 180 degrees angle again at the dreadnought. And the guildmaster made his follow-up move last turn against the Blood Axe. So that's all that's left from the once mighty squad army. So I tried to hit the dreadnought. I think no. That's 4 inches. maybe hitting the painted creature with a twitch
Oh,
plus blocker.
that's mean of you. Four.
I
Okay,
think it's fully under the template as well as this one.
And this one is covered.
No, this
Okay.
one, that's it outside. Okay, so this one on a 2+, it's slain. No, it survived.
That's the power of paint.
Because it's painted. Yeah. Look at this, guys. This beautiful painted creature.
Magic paint job from 1996 or
Some kind of incredible luck rule of Makari. And the other creature, yeah, sure, it's killed.
yeah.
Okay, also die two attack
But,
spikes with the multi-melter were not so successful this game. Those rallied, and with one close combat left with my Guildmaster, 6 and 6 is 12.
I think I can't beat
12, and you got
because I've
plus
only
1
got-
from...
Yeah, but the maximum with 2 6s and your 1 would be okay. So now I've got 10 plus 1 from you is 11.
Yeah, I've got 12.
Yeah,
So one
so
with the power fist once
you
more.
roll a
Yeah.
1. No.
Do you have to make a practice as well?
Yep,
Uh-huh.
but it's on.
Okay. Okay, that's the end of the battle. I think I can
And to
congratulate
be-
you,
Thank you.
For sure.
But to be honest, I don't think
but
I ruined your victory points for Hold the Line because I was far away from your deployment zone with most of my squad.
we check this and we'll come
Yeah.
back to a short recap of the battle and the victory points. Okay guys, we are back. We have just calculated the victory points and it is a really stunning victory for the Orks. 19-4. So these squads only received victory points for the 2 heavy weapon squads from the Orks and the vehicle squadron. And probably the damaged dreadnought, we don't know, ablative was spent, if it's count as damaged or not. But in the end it doesn't make any difference. And as you can see, all characters of the Orks are still alive. Even the Blood Axe captain, who has positioned himself in the bunker.
Emerged from cover finally.
And from the squads are only the 2 remaining Thunderers with their weapons and the Guildmaster left. So they're almost completely wiped out. And it's a really decisive victory for the Orks by 19-4.
I was really lucky to get the first turn because both of them are really vulnerable and because of the flag armor and stuff like that. And the moment you start with all of the weapon power, especially the squads, who would have had the second Thunderer squad consisting of special weapons, had 3 plasma guns, flamer and melter gun, they didn't fire a single shot. If they had had the first turn, they would have obliterated my 3 heavy bolters and stuff like that. So the squads are a great force.
Yep.
I hope after having painted the Wood Elves, the Dark Elder, the Khorne for Space Marines, I'll be able to do the Orks and the squads because we've got a beautifully painted Imperial Guard force by Alex.
And I think from the 19 victory points, I think almost 10 are my army commander because I think you gained 2 victory points by killing him and 6 victory points for your mission.
Yeah.
So 8 victory points out of the 19 are just for my army commander. And I think it was simply too much firepower.
We are not sure because it says enemy commander wounded plus 1 point, enemy commander killed plus 5, and
It's
we
additive.
added them up.
Yeah, I added them up now. But in the end, it doesn't make any difference. But maybe if you know how to calculate the points correctly, then please feel free to comment below the video. Okay, nevertheless, we hope you enjoyed the battle. In my case, I really enjoyed the battle. Also, I lost decisively, but it was quite fun to play with the squads.
Yeah. And even playing the Thud gun, a
Yeah.
rogue trader weapon.
Yeah, although it only killed in the end 1 Gretchen, but I think she dislocated your weapons, forcing them into the open, and my weapon squad was able to wipe them out completely. So it really is a nice support weapon, especially to dislocate enemy weapon squads.
And playing them at 2,000 points would have added even more a much bigger punch of firepower because of the second thud gun, rapier laser destroyer.
Yeah, but then the Orks have additional stuff
To blow themselves up.
Okay, then
Thanks for watching.
catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.